James and Justin here, your favorite spiritual analysts on all things culturally relevant, and we're going to be taking a look at a trailer today. We're going to be looking at the new Nicolas Cage movie coming out called The Carpenter's Son. And I think this is going to involve Jesus and his time, like, that is not mentioned in the Bible. And I did a little bit of investigation on this, and it looks like they're trying to pull loosely from the Gospel of Thomas for some of this.
Okay.
But it's got kind of like a horror swing to it. This is supposed to be a horror movie.
Oh, you got my attention. Carpenter's Son.
Yeah.
Let's check this out. And so what, it's a horror? Is that what you said? All right, let's take a look. What? Shortest teaser ever.
Yeah, that was super quick, but enough to get me interested in going to see it.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage, who's in so many things. He's the king of familiarity. Like, you know, you just want to see, you recognize him right away.
In so many movies. He's an interesting case, Nicolas Cage, because he was like huge in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and then seemed to like drop off and was gone. I think he got himself into some controversy. Yeah. And then clawed his way back into the industry, just doing a zillion B movies and just like worked his way. Now he's doing like...
To be honest, I'm not a huge Nicolas Cage fan, but I really liked him in Mandy.
Yeah.
I liked him in that, you know, and then, but other than that, I honestly, if I think of other movies, I'm like, yeah, not really that.
I like some of the classics. I like The Rock. I like that. Con Air.
Yeah, but the movie's good. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You probably could, I don't know. I don't want to offend any Nicolas Cage fans. He's good. And I would see a movie even probably because he's in it.
Yeah.
But because I liked him in Mandy.
So maybe let's turn our focus to the topic here. Weird to take a story of Jesus and turn it into kind of a horror. Now, based on the little...
How do you know it's a horror?
I ChatGPT'd it.
Oh, okay.
It gave a... But I don't think it's like Jesus is a bad character in it, even though in this trailer it seemed to show him almost demon-possessed or something like that.
Which one's Jesus?
I think he was the one. Nicolas Cage plays Joseph, I think, and he was staring across at Jesus, who looked like he was kind of growling there.
Oh, like, that's Jesus.
I think so. I'm guessing because I think it's younger Jesus. I think this is the in-between years from, you know, when he's a kid mentioned in the Bible to when he becomes, his ministry starts at 33. Okay. You've got this older, you know, this teenage Jesus growing up. Jesus, yeah. And I think it has something to do with him like learning to deal with some of the powers that he's getting. And then the attack, like you would assume, even leading up to his birth, there was a lot of intervention that took place to try and stop the birth of Jesus and all that. And so I think this story, it's a hypothesis here. I'm speculating here that it might be about like intervention of the demons or Satan trying to get him as he's growing up, you know, to stop him from becoming the person that he ends up becoming.
Interesting optics, interesting visuals. I guess that's Mary with the shaved almost all the way back.
Yeah,
on
I know.
Her head.
It was strange.
That's an odd haircut, but fascinating, interesting looking.
Yeah. And there's a few different takes on Jesus out there. There's also the idea that he went to India and that a lot of the philosophies, Eastern mysticism and stuff he brought back. And that's what you see, such a different version of Jesus in the New Testament. But who knows what actually, I don't really know what happened.
Right. Yeah. We're just recycling anything we can get our hands on, turning anything we can into a horror movie. Let's turn fairies into horror movies, like the Brightburn Superman turned into the idea of a Superman character being a bad guy.
Yeah. The truth is, who really knows? There was probably a very dark side of all of this. You know, there's many years where you're growing up learning. Every single person as they grow up, they have like an ugly, usually a shameful side to them, you know, and I would love to see kind of that, to bring back the humanity a bit to Jesus sometimes, because he's seen as this altruistic, like superhero figure. But even from a biblical perspective, Jesus is supposed to be 100% human.
That shameful side never goes away. It just becomes more sophisticated. It never goes away. You know what I mean? Like people every now and then kind of think that like children start off bad and you ought to teach them in the way to make them right. I'm like, everything bad and good is always there. It just gets corralled and channeled in different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's covert narcissism and then there's overt narcissism. I spot a covert narcissist from a mile away. It's like, yeah, you're real quick to like sort of orchestrate situations that show me your accomplishments.
Yeah.
Oh, I just so happened to stumble into your damn trophy room.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. That's some covert narcissism shit, man. And I don't know anybody that doesn't have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And some people just suck at it. Some people are just too obvious, and you know, it's clear that they're trying to get attention. But many people trying to do this and really difficult.
How would Jesus express that? I accidentally turned that water into wine. Oopsie.
No, Jesus was the OG. If you look at me, you're looking at the Father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do I have to do with you, woman? I'm your mother. What has this got to do with me? Final. Bippity boppity bam. Wine for the dinner. But yeah, no, I'm not. I don't really want to suggest Jesus was a narcissist.
Yes,
I don't.
yeah.
But I'm saying if anybody else talked that way, i.e., like Kanye West or something, everybody's like, "You're crackers. You're crazy." You know what I mean? You can't just say that shit. You can't be going around saying I'm the one.
Yeah,
I do that all the time. I actually go around and people get angry at me, but I say that shit.
Nicolas Cage looked a little perturbed in the short little scene that we saw there.
Perturbed. He looked totally discombobulated.
Yeah.
Distraught.
I mean, it must have been tough, with, like growing up with Jesus as your son. You've got that short little story in the New Testament that talks when they like go looking for him and they like find him in the temple. And they're like, "Hey, man," he was like, "I'm in my father's house. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing." Already at that age, it seemed like he already had, he knew what he was up to.
Like look at some of the stuff he did. He went to the temple and he flipped the tables. He would go to the religious leaders, which would have been like significant figures at the time, like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and be like, "They're vipers. You're vipers." Like, you know what I mean? Like, get them. Like seems like there were several times in the Bible where they would go to seize him and he would just slip through the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my time yet. It's not my time to be sacrificed. But think about it. All of that weighed against the fact that he did die in the end. The story does end with him being like Larry David style, being like, "I'm right. I'm the one. I'm right. Look, I forgive you. You don't know. I know." And then being like, "Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy." And then he was like, "All right, I will willingly die." And when he stood before Pilate and Pilate was like, "Defend yourself." He stayed quiet, went to the cross, died. And
I'm sure there's more than one story out there similar to that. Like Jesus, people who tried to like stand for what they believed to be the ultimate truth and didn't defend themselves. But you don't hear that. You only get the one. You only get that one story.
There's delusional people out there that are running towards martyrdom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, want to get martyred as quickly as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offend a bunch of people, go up, not defend themselves, and count it all joy to be martyrs.
Yeah.
You know? That's a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Right, did I cut you? Did I interrupt you?
No.
Sorry.
No.
Anything
else we could say about this?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The only maybe the last thing I would say is like you think about some of the, if you want to call them superpowers or the miracles of Jesus and stuff like that. In order to be a person like Jesus, maybe a movie like this is kind of good and show you the dark side of maybe what he had to go through to embody some of those like super characteristics that he had as an older person. A lot of people think like, "Oh, I want to, I wish I was like that," or I had, some of those attributes. Well, are you willing to go through the depths of darkness to attain what it might actually take to have some of that?
Are you ready? Are you willing for the only version of that to be some legend about you because it never really happened? But once enough time's gone by, legends get created. Are you willing to be that version of it? Is that how badly you want to do miracles? Are you willing to trick people? Are you willing to be a bit of a magician? Because, I don't know, man. There's some people out there that have banged their heads against the walls trying to have powers.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it,
Yeah.
Where's these powers at? Where's these powers? You know what I mean? It's too convenient, you know, because people defend this stuff oftentimes, saying that it's just it wouldn't be out in the open. You couldn't handle it and all this stuff. It's like, well, what difference does it make then, you know? You got to sacrifice so much it doesn't make sense to have. Mm-hmm. Have the power to cure a hospital full of kids. Otherwise, shh. You know what I mean? Don't even pretend like it's real.
All right. Well, guys, we want to know what you have to say about this trailer. Are you excited for it? Is this a movie you're going to go out and see? Did you like what we had to say about it? If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone until next time.
Stay spiritual.